I have a couple of updates for you. It's been a little while. Things have been a little bit busy here, and I can only imagine they're going to get busier as the holidays get closer. So, my update for you is that these last 2 months, I have not progressed in my MAF test. So, we have a MAF test, which is your maximum aerobic function. And I have been doing this for the past 4 years. Maffetone method is all about making sure that you work out and create a great fat burning base for your body. Because as we know, there's only a short period of time when you're working out that it uses your glycolinic stores, and this is your sugar stores. So the more we work on the fat burning zone, the longer we can go. Well, I plan on being on my bike for 15 hours a day. So I have to learn how to teach my body to be an amazing machine at burning fat. So that is why I've been doing the MAF method. Although MAF method came to me 4 years ago with a lot of injuries. And so I've been doing it ever since. And since I've been doing that, I've noticed that I do have a lot of progressions, a lot of PRs, which are personal records. For those of you that don't know that, I have been able to stay injury free for the most part. When things sneak back in, my body starts to talk to me, and that's when injuries happen. This is why this MAF test has been created to do it every 30 days. So I have this data over 4 years of every 30 days of me doing these tests. When I do these tests every 30 days, I check in with myself. If I progress, I get faster, even if it's seconds faster, I just move on. I keep things as they are. If I plateau or if I get any slower, even by seconds, I reevaluate what's going on in my life and the changes that I can make. So last month, I did a test, my MAF test, and I did not do well. I did not progress. And a lot of that, I do know what was going on there. My sleep wasn't that great, and I have incorporated some new breathing techniques, which has made my deep sleep that much better, and I'm sleeping more sound, which is amazing. So I was able to fix that. I also recognized last month that more workouts were creeping in. For me, my body can't do that. So I know that when my time does not get better each month when I do these MAF tests, then I know that I have to really look at my exercise first. That is what I got to look at. And if a lot of stuff creeps back in, that MAF, my heart rate goes through the roof. So that's a good indicator. So each month I ask myself these questions, especially this month because my sleep has been better. Come to think of it, it's an hour more each night. And I believe a lot of this has to do with some stress that's been going on. So I have to address the stress. A lot of it's stress that I cannot control. Some of it I can, but most of it I can't. So now I have to learn how to make sure that I'm taking care of myself in these stressful times. So questions that I ask. I actually ask myself, how's my water intake? Because that is usually one of the biggest things that people let slide is their water. It's easy, especially this time of year when it's getting colder here up in the Northeast. We don't tend to drink as much water. So my water, I ask that. So my water's on par. I also ask, how is my nutrition? Has things found their way back in? And to be honest with you, it had. I had been having decaf coffee. I ran out. I've had a couple cups of regular caffeinated coffee. So that found its way back in. So now I've got to reel it in and take that out again. Also, one of the things that I've noticed for me this month is that, or this past month, I should say, because I'm always doing it at the end of the month. So in November, I had let social media creep back in. So I started doing some research on my own about stuff that's going on with COVID. It consumed me, totally consumed me. And I honestly feel that it made me a little, I don't want to say depressed, but under the weather. So I had no motivation. I was so enthralled in finding out all this information and figuring it out that it just consumed me. And so Monday, the week of Thanksgiving, I said to myself, I am giving myself until Monday, and then I am going to get back on track. I am going to put this stuff away. So since Monday, I've been back on track. So it really was no surprise that this test this month did not come back, quicker. I didn't progress this month. So last week was the week that I kind of dialed it back in. I am now cutting back on the decaf coffee. I only had the caffeinated coffee a couple of days. I'm not hooked on that. So I just got rid of that. I'm working my way back to not having any decaf coffee again. My body doesn't like it. It gives me cramps. I have cramps in my neck, places that you normally wouldn't think. So the decaf coffee does not like me. Coffee doesn't like me, even decaf. So I need to get rid of it. So that's what I am going to be working on this month, is focusing on making sure I reduce the stressors, doing a lot of walking. I am going to bring in my working out as well. I'm not going to do the weights as heavy or as hard. I'm going to reel that in, and I'm just going to focus on working out at my MAF heart rate. So what my normal schedule looks like is 5 days a week. I do it all at my MAF heart rate. This is my fat burning zone. I work out at that. Even if I'm on my bike at home, my bike trainer, it's all at my MAF heart rate. I allow myself, when I'm outside, to go above my heart rate, and that's usually just 2 times a week. That is on my mountain bike right now, because in the Northeast it's too cold to ride on the road, so it's all in my my mountain bike. And that I allow myself to go above my heart rate, and I do that 2 times a week. I'm going to reel it in and only allow myself to do that once a week. And I am going to do that outside on my bike only if that's nice. And I'm going to designate a day. And if that day is raining or if that day is too cold, I am going to do it inside, and I'm not going to go above my heart rate. So I'm not going to force myself to do that. I am going to be on my bike, for 15 hours, and I'm going to have to get used to doing that. So I am progressively working up to that. This past week, I ended up spending quite a few hours on my bike, and it was a pleasure to do that because I was home. We stayed home for Thanksgiving, so it was great that I was able to, spend some time on my bike and get that dialed in. So moving forward, I am going to work on removing the caffeine, and I am going to work on just staying within my MAF heart rate right now. Let my body heal, get rid of this stress that's going on, and then I will be able to get back into doing the weights. Okay. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey. I'm so excited to share it with all of you. I have some more exciting news coming up that I'll share as well. All right. Have an awesome day.